And good morning, One Life America. It's a beautiful Monday morning. I believe it is May 22nd. Thank you so much, all of you, for being with us this morning. We have an excellent call planned for you. Have a guest that most all of you do know, Mr. Ralph Wileczek. Excited to hear what he has to bring to us. He has a very interesting tool that could be of great use to our agent force, and I'm really excited to hear him share that with us this morning. But as always, we want to start first with what matters most. I know Ralph has a very intensive call planned, and so we want to get right to that. So we won't have the verse of the week this week, but we do want to start with prayer as usual. So let's do that now. Dear most gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we just thank you for all of your many blessings. We thank you for the blessing we have to work at One Life. Bless each and every one of the agents on this conference call this morning. Be with the remainder of this call and be with us the remainder of this week. And we just give all of it to you. We give all of our lives to you. We thank you and praise you. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, so we'll move quickly. We do not have a marketing update for the week, but we do have a leaderboard for you with the top 10 agents, the top 5 teams, and One Life as a whole. So we'll start in reverse there, I guess, if you will, with the entirety of One Life. And as you know, we've been averaging somewhere around $1.1 million to $1.4 million or so in weekly production. But this week, as far as reporting for 5/8 through 5/12, was a new high for us, I guess, in the modern One Life era, to my understanding, and that is $1,539,000 worth of submitted annualized premium. I could be wrong, but seeing as I do these numbers weekly for you on the conference calls, I'm usually pretty up on our numbers, and I believe that's a new high for us in the modern One Life era. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you all for your efforts. We'll move now to our team reports. We've got a top 5 list for you. At number 5, a new name to the top 5 over the last several weeks. They've been peeking up in here and doing excellent work, and that's the folks at Howe Insurance Services. They come in at number 5 this week with $70,011 worth of submitted annualized production. Again, the week of 5/8 through 5/14. And then at number 4, Team Meridian, continuing to do a stellar job and having an outstanding year this year. And again, Team Meridian came in with $72,814 worth of submitted AP. And then kind of working our way to the Midwest at number 3, we've got the folks in the health group with $92,959 worth of submitted AP for the middle of our top 5. And then at number 2 over in Auburn, Alabama, the folks of Life Management Group, no strangers to our top 5 or certainly not our top 2 team reports. So at number 2, Life Management Group came in with $107,847 of submitted AP 5/8 through 5/14. And at number 1, our team of the week for 5/8 through 5/14 is none other than Innovative Insurance Brokers. Congratulations, you guys, holding that top spot for yet another week with $260,802 worth of submitted annualized production. Congratulations to all of you. And again, thank you for your efforts here with One Life America. That's going to move us to our individual reports. At number 10, Mr. Spencer Long is coming in at number 10 with $11,016 worth of submitted AP. At number 9, Mark Hamilton with $11,084, and we do have full names this week. At number 8, Mr. Javier Rodriguez came in with $11,218 worth of submitted AP. Number 7, Mr. Crispin Charles with $11,437 of submitted AP. Number 6, Saqib Khan came in with $699 of submitted AP. The top half of the top 10 leaderboard, we had number 5, Mr. Matthew Hudson, come in with a superb week at $13,031. Number 4, Jignesh Patel with $13,589. At number 3, Kevin McGill out in California came in with $14,532. At number 2, Mr. Timothy Langford out of Indiana, I believe, came in with $15,483. And at number 1, out of the Illinois area, Chicago, Illinois, to be exact, Mr. Scott Shaddy, the reigning One Life Agent of the Year, had yet another superb week for us at $20,696 worth of submitted AP. So congratulations to him. So give me just a second to do a little maintenance here on the app here, make sure we're in good shape. All right. Good deal. Let's see. I got to make sure that we're still in good shape. I know we've got a good number of folks calling in this morning, so I want to make sure that we have everything good to go for us, and we do. So that'll bring us on now to our guest for the week. Again, we don't have a marketing update, so I want to go ahead and introduce our guest. And again, he's no stranger to One Life America. He's been an active part of our conference calls. And I went back and looked. He mentioned that he's been on a number of the conference calls, and he certainly has, and he's plugged in to a number of things at One Life. I believe at our last get-together, he opened up a tremendous opportunity for all of One Life to be a part of it. And if you haven't yet, there is a designation that you can get that will certainly help you. I'm going to allow him to tell you maybe touch about that, and then on into one of the tools that you can have by getting this designation. So again, I want to introduce Mr. Ralph Wileczek. Ralph is the director and co-founder of the Certified Final Expense Advisors Association. The CFEA is the country's only nonprofit organization that grants professional designation of Final Expense Planning Specialist, or FEPS. The association benefits the public by establishing and enforcing education, examination, and ethics requirements for FEPS professionals. Ralph has a deep understanding of the subject matter in final expense planning and is a principal of a successful full-service insurance agency that focuses on final expense planning. Additionally, Ralph has extensive wealth management and fiduciary experience. He has developed proprietary planning programs and holds multiple U.S. patents and trust comparison and asset allocation programs. Ralph has held investment representative and financial planner positions during his career. So he has certainly all the wealth of knowledge you would want for someone in his position. He was raised in Panama, Central America. He is a Temple University College graduate with 6 professional designations. He has a lovely wife, Anna Marie, and they are raising 2 of their grandchildren. And Ralph, I believe you should be handy there now. Ralph, are you there with us?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you for being on the call this morning. The floor is yours, Ralph.
Yes, and thank you for that kind introduction and for describing the CFEAA. That helps me get to some of the benefits quickly this morning. And thank you all for being on that board today. That really helps us thrive and grow. And I couldn't be more honored than to be speaking to this group this morning. I'd like to start today by quoting Proverbs 22:9, in that it says, "He that hath a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he giveth of his bread to the poor." And as I read through that, it makes me realize that this message is the very reason that I and the directors of the CFEAA actually established this nonprofit organization. Because in final expense planning, many of the people that we serve are of modest means. I'm not telling you anything you don't know, and most of you know this all too well. But for some of you, it may actually be why you chose to deliver your God-given talents in this market. So I would have to say that before this designation, most professional designations focused on people of significant means. It's not to say, it's not to say that these benefits won't inure to those who have a lot of money and assets, but it is the designation that is focused on our market, and it provides benefits across a broad spectrum. I mean, you may be saying to yourself, how does a professional designation fit with this biblical point? Well, it's simple. A professional designation in any field usually is carried by professionals with the highest level of competency in ethics. And as I said, before the existence of the FEPS, this professional assurance of independence, ethics, and professionalism was extended mostly to people of significant means who were being served by the alphabet soup of CPA, CFP, CLU, AEP. I know this because these are just 4 of the professional designations that I personally have. I have to say that I never heard any one of those organizations that confer these designations tell me to go out and make a marketing plan to utilize my designation in the communities that many of us serve today. And once again, it's not to say that the Certified Final Expense Advisors Association benefits would not help people of significant means, quite the opposite. Our clients would be able to benefit from our services and our value adds regardless of their asset level. Now, so in addition to the right to obtain the professional designation of Final Expense Planning Specialist, when you join the Certified Final Expense Advisors Association, the benefits that will put you ahead of your competition are numbered. I'll run through 4 of them before focusing on the one that was really of high interest over the past couple of weeks. So the 4 other benefits that we have that are non-final expense planning specialist specific benefits. They are benefits that you get just for joining. And they are, in no particular order. When you join the Certified Final Expense Advisors Association, you will receive free continuing education credits to help you maintain your insurance license. When you join, you'll also receive a personalized landing page on agentreview.net so that people can find you. I just did that this morning with a few of our members, and their name floats right up to the top on search engine optimization. So they'll get their landing page with their bio, and it'll tell the world that they are final expense planning specialists and what they do. You'll also have access to free final expense quoting engine for your tablet, phone, or computer. You can look on YouTube to see some of these benefits spelled out. Now, and one of the benefits that you'll get that you'd have to pay for, which is your errors and omission, is a specific errors and omission built for our association that has broader coverage than most, lower deductibles, and is specifically built for final expense planning specialists. It actually starts as low as $270 for brand new agents, which is an extreme bargain. But today I'm going to focus on benefit number 5 here, which is the SAGE tuition reward points. You should know that in addition to people worrying about what's going to happen when they pass away, many families with children, and I'm one of them, I have the 2 grandchildren here, and I think about college for them. I think about higher education. 73% of parents don't know what they're going to do about college savings, and it bothers them, and they worry about it. The SAGE Tuition Rewards Point is a way for you to help your clients earn guaranteed scholarships of up to 1 full year of tuition at more than 375 participating private colleges and universities. Excellent, high-quality private universities, with the vast majority of them being Christian universities. Each tuition reward point that you're able to give them will be equal to $1 of guaranteed minimum discount off of tuition at any of the member colleges. The maximum scholarship varies by college, but it's currently over $52,000. Now, I just want to emphasize before going forward with this, this is a benefit that is free to your clients just for doing their final expense planning or any insurance planning with you, with some limitations. Some policies, like term policies, do not count. But when they do their permanent insurance planning with you, and that's what final expense tends to be, it actually is defined as being permanent, they will be eligible to receive these free tuition reward points from you as an advisor, not from some institution. It'll be tied to you as the advisor so that if you ever change their policy, increased it, or wrote with a different company, since we offer so many great carriers, you're still able to give it. It's tied to you as a final expense planning specialist or just a member of the Certified Final Expense Advisors Association. A little bit about Sage so that you know that this excellent offer is solid. It was started in 1995 to provide affordability for private higher education. This not only has been around for a while, but it's used by huge organizations like the Pennsylvania 529 plan. They give out these points when people deposit into there. Now you'll be able to do it when you do a final expense plan. Even if the premium is $10, for example, it doesn't matter. You're able to give the full points to them. You're also able to enroll everybody you've ever written, and your family members, of course, since you've sold insurance to yourself, count. I do have my grandchildren enrolled, and so do the other directors, so that we can accumulate these points for them. Sage has helped over 360,000 families already get higher education. And I'm going to break down the points for you really quickly here. Now, I'm going to stop at this point and let you know that we will be having weekly webinars, and those weekly webinars will be announced on the website that we have built specifically for you guys to find out about the benefits. I'll announce that website again at the end, but it is finalexpenseplanningspecialist.net. All of it spelled out, finalexpenseplanningspecialist.net. When you go there, you'll see when our next webinar is on the Sage, and you could go ahead and click and request a seat. We only have 100 seats at a time to keep the high quality. So what do you do to earn those points? You just enroll people who have bought policies from you. And how does it look? In the first year that you enroll somebody, you would be able to give them 5,000 points, which are equal to $5,000 right out of the gate. It's a beautiful thing, considering that some people may have spent $250 with you just to get the insurance. Already a great value. To add this on is going to help them and their family, and it's going to increase persistency like nothing else that I've ever seen in our business. So, a quick rundown of the points. They just meet with you. Let's say somebody meets with you, they've let you into their home kindly, but are not going to be able to buy the insurance. You would give them 500 reward points just for meeting with you. You can tell people that's what you're going to do because that is what you're allowed to do. If you have a big group meeting and people are listening to you talk about the benefits of final expense, you can give everybody a certificate for 500 points just for attending that meeting, or for a private meeting if you have one with them. Once they enroll, they will get another 1,000 points. And then there will be 2,500 first-year tuition reward points granted for the first year. It's available to whole life policies, variable or universal life policies, disability or long-term care, and term policies that have return of premium. There are some limitations to how the points accumulate there, but if it has return of premium, you can add it, and that's your mortgage insurance option. An annuity will also be able to get points for your clients because 5% of its face amount will be credited to their account every year. And then lastly, there are 1,000 birthday bonus points, which are called student-specific points that accumulate every year on the student's birthday. And in addition to how you can accumulate in the first year, every year after when they pay their tuition, they can earn up to 2,500 points for the first student and another 1,000 points for each additional student. If that isn't enough points to put 2 students through, you can have someone else in the home or a family, relative, friend, godparent, secure a policy, and point those points over to the second child. Each policy has its own points. Each child has their own points. The policy points can be assigned to any child who has an interest in your life, a loving interest, a godparent interest, niece or nephew, child or grandchild. Now, from our perspective, we believe it's a very, very strong and valuable benefit. But Additionally, we will help you market yourself. Many of you who have already participated and have enrolled in the SAGE program separately to offer to your clients know that we're giving you a video that will be customized with your name and your contact information so that you can put it on your Facebook or any account that has social media capabilities so that people can find you and obtain points from you by purchasing a policy. So that's one of the items that we'll do for you. We have buttons and brochures and flyers and weekly education about it. I have to say, I don't leave a house ever without giving them the points, whether or not it was the reason for my meeting. Sometimes it's an enhancement that the client is blown away by. They may say to me, "Oh, this is good. I hope I could keep paying for it." I say to them, "Oh, I forgot to mention. I am actually going to enroll you and your children in the plan, or you and your grandchildren." How many grandchildren? If they're 17, we can enroll them all. All 17 will be earning points. So where do you go to find out more about it? Of course, as I said, we will be doing periodic webinars. I can't say they'll be weekly or monthly or daily. But for right now, you just have to visit finalexpenseplanningspecialist.net, and you will see when the next SAGE meeting is, and we'll be able to add some visuals and show you some of the ways that agents are using it currently, show you how cost-effectively you could boost this to the world and let them know you're doing it. But you'll also learn a little bit more about the additional benefits and the professional designation of final expense planning specialist, which will give you an edge. Excuse me. Now, how much does it cost to be a member of the Certified Final Expense Advisors Association? Unlike some of the other designations that are built specifically to work within only affluent communities, our designation, regardless of its value to whoever uses it, is only $150 a year for you as the agent. If you're in good standing with your state for your insurance license, you'll be able to enroll for $150. You'll receive many of the benefits, but two of the benefits you'd have to pay for yourself. Your errors and omission is not included in that $150. It has its own price point, and it is still very competitive regardless of which lines you add. And the SAGE Tuition Reward Points program is an additional $40 a month. For $40 a month, that is a deep, deep discount over what the financial advisors that have been using it to this point have been paying. This $40 a month enables you to enroll as many people as you've ever written. Go back and write every single person you've ever visited with, every single person you've ever sold something to, every single family you've ever helped, and everybody who you're seeing now and into the future. There is no limit. In fact, they want to see as many people in the account as possible. Some families would benefit from it even if you weren't using it for your clients, which I can't see why you wouldn't. But I have my grandchildren enrolled, and I'm positive that when they attend one of these colleges, that the amount that I paid to be a member giving points will be dwarfed by the number of credits, number of points, which equal dollars, that they will use that will save our family significant money to get them that higher education. So that is one of the benefits. It does cost an additional $40 a month. So how does it work? You have to be a member of the Certified Final Expense Advisors Association at $150 a year, and then you would have to specifically fill out an agreement that will outline the points I discussed for $40 a month, and at that point you receive your video and all of the other materials to market it. I believe this will help you in your sales like nothing else that I've ever seen offered by any professional designation. And thank you. Those are my prepared comments this morning. If there are any questions, I'm sure we could field them, or if we're running out of time, we'll gladly take them via email.
No, yeah, I think that would be more than fine. We have the settings adjusted here, Ralph, where anyone that does have a question can press *6 and ask that question this morning. All that we want you to do is just state your name, either where you're from, if you're just an individual agent, or what agency you work with. If you are a part of a team or have an upline, So if you will, just do that. If you do have a question for Ralph this morning, again, that is *6. That will unmute your line, then introduce yourself to the call. And we'll give just a minute for you to do that if you like. Again, *6 will unmute you if you'd like to ask a question.
Hey, Ralph.
Yeah.
Yes.
My name is Derek. My name is Derek Hart. I'm part of the Divine Insurance Group with you and Miss Natalie and Bill Fagans. I love the concept of the CFEA, obviously, as being one of them. My one question for you is, if I wanted to have my picture on the landing page, is that possible?
Yes, absolutely. Your one of the benefits is that we will publish you, and in every multimedia place that has an opening for a photograph, you can put your picture. Some people have chosen to use their agency logo. But yes, we can upload your picture and your designation and all of your accomplishments to the landing page. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
Yes, good morning. My name is Joseph Austin, agent in Pennsylvania. I am currently FEPS, and I love it. The video Ralph was talking about earlier is a short 3-minute video, and it is a very comprehensive video that you can post to Facebook, your web page, that will explain to your potential clients the benefits of the SAGE program. It's very good, and I'm thoroughly excited about it, and I've got a lot of compliments about it. But my question is this, Ralph. You mentioned the 529 state plans. Could you just briefly explain the difference between the 529 and the SAGE rewards points, if there is any?
Yes, the 529 plans, many people who are on the call may not know what they are, and some have practice in that area. 529 is simply a way to accumulate cash-free dollars, tax-free dollars, not cash-free, tax-free dollars for college. And when they're used for college specifically, they won't be taxed. Those plans don't offer any additional benefit, don't offer guarantees, except in the state of Pennsylvania, they will extend the tuition reward points. So we can't double enroll anybody in Pennsylvania. If they're already in the 529, they can't get the points from us. But that's few and far between. Only like 3% of the families are using them, even though they're widely advertised. And whole life contracts are far, far superior to 529. That will be one of the topics that we will discuss. How can you show people using permanent policies with SAGE to eclipse every other kind of college planning out there? A whole life contract with SAGE destroys everything. So I will have some online meetings about that. We'll have webinars, and you could see whole life plus SAGE compared to everything else, and know that that's the way to go for most families.
All right. Thank you.
And thank you for the call. Now, we do want to give just another minute or so. If any of you do have a question, all you have to do is press *6 to unmute yourself. We'll give just another minute or so to allow any of you, if you'd like to ask Ralph a question this morning. Again, *6 will unmute your line.
Good morning, Nicole Graham with Divine Insurance. Ralph, in reference for the E&O, is that something that's already enforced or coming down the pipe?
No, we currently have Arizona Mission available to members. It's extremely cost-effective, and over time, it's scheduled to drop in price once we have enough final expense planning specialists in there. But right now, if you become a member, your E&O will be less than E&O for less, for example. We found that out through one of the agents, probably on this call now, David Farmer, has done his homework for us, and we found out that we were not only competitive with them, but we're now offering benefits that they offered by his suggestion. And it is live, and you will receive a major discount over other errors and omissions carriers. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for your question this morning. Again, anybody else that wants to ask a question, we do have Ralph for at least just another couple of minutes. Star 6 will unmute you. We'll allow for one more question and then wrap it up. So if you have one, go ahead and bring it forth. Star 6 will unmute your line. All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap us up. Ralph, do you have any final comments or thoughts or anything you'd like to add?
Joe, just thank you for your attention. As I said, if you visit the website, it's not up right yet because we don't have the date set, but if you visit finalexpenseplanningspecialist.net, you will see the next possible date. And thank you. I know I'm blessed to be working with such an incredible organization as One Life, and I thank the Lord every day for being able to help people through One Life America. So thank you much for the time this morning, and anything you need to know, that website will help, and you can reach us, and we'll call you right back to answer any questions you may have.
Absolutely. And again, Ralph, thank you for being willing to be on the call this morning. We have such I guess, almost an embarrassment of riches by the number of people that we have that are so knowledgeable and so willing to help us out here at One Life America. Come on and share their knowledge and the different things that they have available, not only in knowledge and information, but also with an opportunity like Ralph has made available to One Life agents. He's been more than helpful, and we're just excited about the partnership with him and his organization. So again, thank you, Ralph, for being on the call. It's going to wrap us up for this week. Thank you for being with us. We will not have a call next week in honor of Memorial Day, but the following week thereafter, we will be with you again. Thank you for being on the call. We hope you all have a wonderful week. God bless.